Hello, this is Tana, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to meditate, the mindfulness meditation. So there are many types of meditation. You have guided imagery, you have listening to music attentively, and etc. I want to specifically talk to you about mindfulness meditation. This is the kind of meditation that teaches you to be in the present moment with what is. This is not remembering or going into past lives or to memories from earlier times of your life. This is not fantasy. This is not creating or constructing visualization for whatever purposes you have, and this is not planning for the future. It is the kind of meditation that keeps you aware of the present moment of what is. So to begin with, I'd like to clarify the three aspects of reality. So you have one aspect, which is what you notice, what you observe. And then there's the interpretation or the meaning that you place on what you observe. And then there's the judgment that you give to this meaning. So for an example, let's say you're talking to a friend and your friend is blinking and nodding. So this is something that you see. This is something you observe. And immediately you may decide to interpret this as your friend is interested or in agreement with what you have to say. So that's an interpretation which could be right or wrong. You have to check with them. Why do they blink? Maybe they have something in their eyes. And then the judgment is, oh, this is a good thing. My friend agrees with me, or my friend is paying attention. Desirable, undesirable, good, bad. This is a judgment that you place on things. So there's nothing wrong with any of these, but for the sake of practice, you're going to strip your practice of any interpretation and any judgment. You're going to park giving meaning and judgment. You're going to park them aside, and you're going to stick with only what you observe. Now, what you observe is what you sense with your senses. One of my favorite mindfulness meditation teachers, Shinzen Yang, talks about three types of noticing. It's image, touch, and thought. So image is whatever you see with your open eyes or with your mind's eye when you close your eyes. Thought is the thoughts that come to your mind. And the touch is actually the sensorial perception, the body felt sensations that you are aware of. So let's do an exercise right now, and I'm going to give you some time to say out loud to yourself, I'm not hearing you, a few things that you notice. So I'll give you an example. I'm noticing the cars passing in front of my house. I'm also noticing an itch in my right ear. I am noticing the buzz of my fridge in the kitchen. So these are things that I see, that I feel, and that I hear. As you notice, I'm not interpreting them, and I don't choose whether one of them is more preferable than the other. So take a few moments and look around and notice some things that you see. Don't say, I see a beautiful flower. Beautiful is a judgment. I see a flower. I see a red flower. All right? Okay, cool. Don't say, I'm hearing noise. Maybe it is noise. Well, what is the sound? Sound is neutral, you see? All right. What are a few things that you feel? Body felt sensations, body temperature. Notice areas of the body that are warm. Notice areas of the body that are cool or cold or hot. Notice which parts of your body touch the chair or are supported by something, the floor or the chair. Notice any pressure, any constriction, any spaciousness. All right? So these are things that you notice and you don't give meaning, you don't try to analyze, to interpret them, you don't look for the cause. Well, I am noticing my nostrils are clogged because I ate too much banana bread. That is not what we're looking for. We're looking for pure awareness of what you notice with your senses. What is, not why that is. We're not looking for causality, we're not looking for a purpose. Well, there's a lesson in me having clogged nostrils. None of that. It is a witnessing, it is a noticing what is real in the present moment with an attitude of interested curiosity and choiceless awareness. So you don't want things to be any different than they are. You don't want things to be like so or like so. You are just curious of what emerges moment by moment, and as you're noticing, everything changes. There's another car that passes in front of my window and then it's gone, and then there are no cars passing, and now there's another one, and there's a breath, and then there's a breathing out, and then there's another breath in, and then there's another itch on the left side of my body, and it lasts for a little while and then it's gone. Whether I scratch or not, it's going to go away, and I'm curious. And when you notice without giving meaning and without giving judgment on your observations, your internal dialogue is very specific and neutral. So, for example, the language of judging is often using terms like fortunately and unfortunately, or sadly or happily. Unfortunately, I have an itch. Fortunately, the itch went away. This is judgment. So if you want to keep it neutral, you can make it interesting. Oh, interestingly, there's an itch, or there's a pressure, or there's a burning, or there's a heaviness. Oh, interestingly, it's gone away, and now it's replaced with flow or spaciousness. How interesting. So the how interesting is exactly the attitude of the witness, the interested curiosity, not taking stances, not giving a hoot whether things are feeling like this or feeling like that. You're really curious to know what is. Now you're going to notice, even though if you know me, I'm an energy worker, I'm a Reiki master, I work with light and I work with energy. When I practice mindfulness meditation, I do not talk in terms of energy. I use a language that is very specific to the physical body. So when you bring your attention to your body, even if you're an energy worker and you do healing work with light and with energy and with chi or ki or prana, park that aside as well. Leave it aside. And when you notice your body, talk to yourself in purely physical terms. So what is the body temperature? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is there pressure? Is there lightness? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it constricted? Is it spacious? Is there a movement? Even though you like to see that movement as your life force energy, for the sake of your practice, don't go there. Stay with pure sensation. Is there a sensation of something that is like an insect crawling on your skin? You don't have to have a better name for it, but it has to be very specific, very physical and describing the sensation. So, to recap, when you sit in meditation, you are using a choiceless awareness and the attitude of interested curiosity to notice what is, body felt sensations, things that you see with your eyes open or with your eyes closed, so images, and thoughts or sounds, without trying to analyze or interpret or judge them. You are just noticing with an attitude of interested curiosity, and you are curious. Your attitude is of curiosity, and you're noticing what emerges moment by moment by moment. You may start your practice with narrowing your focus in order to train your mind to concentrate. So let's say you close your eyes because it's easier to focus on your body felt sensations if your eyes are closed than if you take in all the information that is in your surroundings. So you may start by closing your eyes and choosing one thing in your body to notice. For example, noticing your breath, and try to ignore everything else. So you're noticing breathing in, breathing out. You may notice which parts of your body move with a breath. Is it the chest, the rib cage, the abdomen? Which parts are still? Which parts move more? Which parts of your body move less? Again, without judging and saying, that's not a good thing. The chest is moving more than the belly. That is not good. No, you park all that aside. You are just observing. And once you've trained your mind to focus on something narrow, you can increase the range of your observation by adding more and more information into it. So let's say you're keeping your eyes closed and now you're noticing any sensations emerging in your body. You may use a Vipassana style, which is going bit by bit, following from the top of your head, covering each and every part of your body with your attention, all the way down to the toes and back. Or you can notice your body as a whole, noticing the entire posture, the entire stance, and all the sensations. And try to keep the noises out of your room and try to eliminate any other stimuli, any other signals or noises or information, so you can focus on one thing, let's say the body felt sensations. And with practice, the more experienced you become, you can expand your awareness to move from narrow concentration to contemplation, in which you're noticing what is with your eyes open, with your ears open. You notice anything and everything that happens, whether it happens from the skin in or from the skin out. It really doesn't matter, and actually it will lead you to a certain place when you realize that what emerges is regardless of whether it emerges from the skin in or from the skin out. So it leads you to a transcendence beyond the self. You're just noticing what is, and you're aware of what is, be it sights, sounds, or sensations, inside and outside. So have fun with your practice. Let me know in your comments what do you think of this, and whether it's helpful, and whether it helps you answer some questions about how to meditate, mindfulness meditation. Have a great one. Kisses.